Welcome everyone that's here today. Thank you so much for participating in our special program today called Shared Land, Shared Responsibility, um, promoting a culture of peace through protecting our Mother Earth. My name is Tahil Sharma, and I'm the Regional Coordinator for North America for the United Religions Initiative. And it's a pleasure to be here with my colleagues Enoé, who represents Latin America and the Caribbean, and Mamoun, who represents the MENA region, the Middle East and North Africa. And we're excited to have this program join a series of different programs here with the United Religions Initiative for World Unity Week. Our organization has had the opportunity to present on various programs, including the environment, indigenous communities, a world free of nuclear weapons, and so much more. And we're very excited to have this special program featuring folks from all over the world from the three regions that are being represented today. And we look forward to being in conversation with you soon. So let us begin with this conversation today. Enoé, if you'd like to start reading off from the presentation.
Yes, dear. Hello, welcome. Bienvenidos. Bienvenidos. No lo sé en árabe. I don't know in Arabic. Okay, America or Sala. Okay. America is a kaleidoscope of cultural wealth for interreligious and intercultural dialogue. It's the second largest continent in the world, in the western hemisphere of the planet, and from the Arctic Ocean in the north to the Cape Horn in the south, surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean at the east and the Pacific Ocean at the west. Tahil?
The Americas have almost 1 billion inhabitants. So they make up about 12% of the world's population. The Americas is a multilingual continent with indigenous languages, Spanish, English, Portuguese, French, and other languages being spoken from around the world. A multicultural continent that also represents a mosaic of gastronomies, costumes, dances, behaviors, spiritual traditions, rituals, architectures, crafts, and a diversity of ways of life. And now we will play another bit of music that is indigenous to North America. Please excuse the bit of tech issue here because things need to go a bit back and forth. So let me just take 1 second to make sure that this plays properly.
Don't worry, Tahil. I think we can introduce the slide, just introduce it without music.
Mamoun, if you'd like to read your slide.
Yes, hi everybody. Thank you for coming. I would like to introduce MENA region for you. Just for your knowledge, MENA stands for the Middle East and North Africa region. Its demographics show a highly populated, culturally diverse region spanning two continents, Asia and Africa. As of 2018, the total population was nearly 600 million, mainly youth. More than 40% of the population are youth. The region is a cradle of the Abrahamic religion. في العربي مهد الديانات الإبراهيمية أو السماوية. The Holy Land, the Abrahamic religions, Jews, Christians, and Muslims mainly. The land lies in the heart of MENA region, which also known as the center of the world. The region is a piece of colorful mosaic as well, embracing tens of cultures, ethnics, linguistics, and religious beliefs. Thank you.
And finally, to present North America. North America, in this geographical sense, mainly contains the United States and Canada, and it has extensive agricultural diversity as a result of, the relationship between good climate, fertile soil, and technology. Irrigation or water systems have turned, dry and semi-dry soil into productive areas of use. We produce some of the world's highest amounts of corn, meat, cotton, soybeans, tobacco, and wheat, along with other material crops. We have very different kinds of weather, anywhere from the complete Arctic cold to the hottest, driest summers in the desert. Most parts of North America, it's cold in the winter, warm in the summer. But we also experience a lot of the diversity that the other regions do of cultures, languages, and religions, which is rooted in the colonization of this region by the British, the Spanish, the French, along with the impact of global immigration to the United States and Canada in the it's up until the 20th century and before that. So I will be presenting first two amazing CCs that come from the North America region. We have about 95 CCs in North America. For those of you that are new to the United Religions Initiative, we are a grassroots interfaith network and movement of communities that are making a world of difference and trying to promote cultures of peace, justice, and healing. Many of our groups work on a variety of different projects and initiatives to help make a difference. And some of the CCs that we've invited today that have contributed photos, that will be speaking, or that have videos playing today are doing some amazing work to make that happen. So first, we will be having a video from our Solar City CC. That is an amazing group based throughout the US and that does projects around the world to help develop systems of biogas to help with cooking fuel for folks that don't want to use natural gas coming from the ground. And the second person is our speaker by the name of Kenny Chisholm, who is a part of EcoFaith, which is a part of the Interfaith Initiative of Santa Barbara County. And he'll be talking about some of the work that his CC has been doing recently. So first I'll be playing a video, and then I'll be turning it over to our second CC to speak for a couple minutes.
I live off-grid in Tampa, Florida, and as a National Geographic explorer, I travel the world sharing our global biogas education program to teach others how you too can protect and restore the health of your people and your environment. Good luck.
Hi, I'm Janice Kelsey in Glenmore, Pennsylvania. I use my biodigesters for cooking fuel and for fertilizer, and I teach other people how to teach other people how to build biodigesters and how to use them.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Taha Majid. I'm a chemical engineer working on biogas and bioenergy. I am interested in generating biogas from organic and food waste and making food from biofertilizer. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jody Spangler. I live here on our homestead farm in Glenmore, Pennsylvania. I have a large 10 cubic meter biodigester that we use for manure management plan. We use the fertilizer on our hayfield to feed our cows, and someday I hope to use it in our growing systems. Thank you.
My name is Kathy Puffer. I live in Tilson, New York. We use biogas to cook year-round for our family. We also use pasteurized liquid fertilizer from biodigestion to grow all of this beautiful food hydroponically. I share my biogas educational program in places like Haiti that are recovering from disaster.
Marhaba. I am Inas Abdul Rahman from Palestine. I cook in biogas every day and I teach others in the Middle East to do the same.
Soy Claudio Amer, soy de Montevera, Santa Fe, Argentina. Uso mis biodigestores en escala para una cervecería artesanal. Además, lo usamos en nuestra casa, el biogás, y además formo parte de la Secretaría de Energías Renovables de la provincia de Santa Fe en la puesta en marcha de 105 biodigestores en escuelas rurales.
Hello, I am Andrés. We are in Uruguay. This is Granja La Compartida. We are producing biogas by the manure of our milking cows, and we use all the biogas to cook our milk. So, hi.
Hi, I'm Boma Mohamed Chi from Cameroon. I'm a biogas practitioner and education hub. I teach people how to produce their own cooking gas using their organic waste, and I also teach them how to use a slurry from the biodigester to enrich the soil for agriculture. Therefore, what do? We use this technology to fight rural poverty and climate change. Hi, from Cameroon.
And now I'd like to turn it over to one of the leads for EcoFaith as a part of the Interfaith Initiative for Santa Barbara Counties, CC, Kenny Chisholm. Kenny?
Hello, my name is Kenny Chisholm, and I am a Christian mystic living in Santa Barbara, California. My mentors are from local Indigenous communities and from local Black Christian communities. And through their guidance, I've come to recognize not only the importance of loving the land that we live on, but the joy and security that comes along with that way of being. I'm also the program coordinator for EcoFaith of Santa Barbara, which was founded over a decade ago by a multi-faith coalition, including a local congresswoman. In its earlier years, EcoFaith worked with grad students from our local state university to develop a path for local faith communities to become more sustainable in their operations and to center environmental stewardship in their programming. More recently, EcoFaith has been revamped to do more bottom-up training for members of our local congregations to discern what moves are most realistic for their communities. So that would be like outside of just facilities, but working it into programming as well. So climate change is very politicized in my country. So over this past spring, we've offered several trainings around the theme of learning to have constructive conversations with people in our own faith communities when people come from different viewpoints on environmental stewardship. So we hosted a couple incredible speakers to help move us in a direction that would lead to better engagement on environmental stewardship. First, we brought in a climate scientist named Catherine Hayhoe, and she's the head of the Climate Science Center at Texas Tech University. And she shared with us the importance of having conversations about climate change when it's really difficult to bring that up, because a lot of times that can be very polarizing. And she also offered a few pointers as to how to start conversation with folks who come from a different set of values. We also hosted the Yale program on climate change communication. And Yale is a university on the East Coast of North America. And they walked us through different ways that we can approach people based on their level of concern about climate change. So the different strategies for different audiences. And lastly, we hosted a local campaign director for the Environmental Defense Fund, who helped us think through the importance of being clear on a tangible ask or request when we go into conversation with people that seem interested in getting involved in environmental stewardship practices. So our next steps include, since we're starting to meet in person once again, we're hoping to have meetings, small group meetings based around connection to the earth and around communal action steps. And we'll also be offering conversation workshops for local congregations that would like to spur on conversation and environmental stewardship. While I can't speak to the motivation of all my fellow eco-faith members, I do this work because I believe that the connection to earth and to place underlies all of the world's deepest spiritual practices. I also believe that it is due to a lack of relationship with the earth that we have come to exploit and pollute our Earth Mother. I see the role of religion and spirituality as a critical piece of moving forward into a world where the earth is once again embraced and revered for the gifts of life and love that she offers us. Thank you.
Kenny, thank you so much for sharing that and giving us the opportunity to learn about the work that you're doing on the ground and the commitment that you're making with others to make this a part of our shared culture for peace. So we really thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Tahil.
Of course. And now I'd like to turn it back over to my colleague, Enoé, who's the regional coordinator for Latin America and the Caribbean. Enoé?
Thank you. If you can share the screen, thank you.
Of course.
Okay, here we are. Latin America and the Caribbean is a plural region. Our origins go back millennia before the arrival of Europeans to these lands. Beyond the genocide and ethnocide that the conquest and the colonial period practiced, today vigorous native indigenous societies and important Afro-American groups are still present, which together with the fact of miscegenation, and that is the result of coexistence, give us a rich ethnic and sociocultural diversity that is reflected in the color of our being and doing as Latin American. As you can see in our map, we have until today 62 URI Cooperation Circles in 16 countries. These these cooperation circles are marked in the map with a star where we are located. We have many CCs working to protect environment, but today we don't just have the space to show the beautiful work of two of them. So we choose to show you what are doing people from Central America and in El Salvador, the CCFMAS, and the beautiful work that are doing our friends and sister and brother from Unisoes in Brazil. Here we have the FEMAS URI Cooperation Circle. This foundation registered in El Salvador came to us inspired by our websites. They became a cooperation circle on November 14, 2018. 9 members with different faiths, Catholics, evangelical Christians, and Jehovah's Witnesses that are committed to humanitarian social work, serving in 3 major areas: education, health, and environment. CC focuses on working for children with disabilities well-being, achieving their inclusion through educational activities and environmental care actions. They also promote youth spiritual values to help them become better persons and to strengthen the work of caring for the environment. Here you have some images so you can have an idea where is El Salvador in Central America, and there are the kids working. And it's a quotation of them. The benefits of being part of the URI network is that it spread with other institutions what we do in order to advance our humanitarian work. We are going to share a video created by them, by CC FEMAS. Please, Tahil, the video from CC FEMAS in El Salvador.
Muy bien, un saludo muy especial para la comunidad URI internacional. Les mandamos un saludo de parte de Fundación FEXA de El Salvador. Mi nombre es Héctor Cruz, soy uno de los representantes de la junta directiva de esta fundación. En primer lugar, queremos decirles que les agradecemos por tomarnos en cuenta en este evento tan importante como lo es la Madre Tierra. Decirles que nosotros como fundación hemos venido trabajando desde hace algunos años en pro de la mejora de nuestra Madre Tierra. En esta ocasión queremos unirlos con ustedes también para celebrar este gran evento. Decirles que nosotros estamos trabajando con las comunidades rurales para poder de alguna manera trabajar con los agricultores, enseñándoles técnicas nuevas para que de esa forma poder cuidar nuestro medio ambiente. Decirles que ya estamos sustituyendo los químicos, los venenos, los insecticidas, y ellos ya han empezado a adoptar nuevas técnicas, por lo cual ahora estamos utilizando abonos orgánicos, venenos menos dañinos para la salud, y nuestros agricultores están produciendo más semillas de calidad. Decirles que en esta ocasión les agradecemos también por el aporte que nos brindaron para llevar a cabo nuestro proyecto, y que cada día generamos conciencia en la población, sembramos conciencia para que de esa forma poder cuidar nuestro medio ambiente. Hemos venido trabajando por años también en la reforestación de nuestro medio ambiente, como la campaña que tuvimos anteriormente, que lo es Siembra una planta y tendrás vida. Quiero decirles que en esta ocasión también lo vamos a repetir y les hemos dicho a nuestros asociados que puedan sembrar una plantita, ya sea ornamental, ya sea una planta de hierbas aromáticas o también una planta maderable para el futuro, y que de esa forma vamos a cuidar nuestro medio ambiente, nuestros mantos acuíferos, nuestras fuentes de agua, y de esa forma vamos a tener un medio ambiente más digno para nuestras comunidades. Así que muchas gracias, les agradecemos por tomarnos en cuenta y nos vemos luego.
Gracias a Héctor Cruz del CC FEMAS. Thank you, Héctor Cruz from CC FEMAS and people from the CC for this video. Okay, now I want to present CC Unisoes from Brazil. Can you see the screen? Because I see all the letters like this. ¿Se ve bien, Tahil?
Sí, se ve bien, imagino.
Mi screen no se ve bien. Debe ser yo. Debe ser my internet. Okay.
Do you want me to read it?
Okay, now I can read better. Unisoes was created in 1989. They are proud about their 3 decades of successful history. In 1999, members of Unisoes were invited to participate representing the states of Salvador de Bahia and Sao Paulo at the URI Global Assembly in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. They were inspired by the vision of the URI Charter. UNISOES became an URI Cooperation Circle on June 13, 2007. Their main hope for the future is to promote true integration among spiritualist, philosophical, scientific, and religious organizations. UNISOES gathers 20 active organizations that meet monthly, joining different spiritualities, religions, and also people of goodwill who work for the welfare of the humanity and the protection of nature and living beings. These folks belong to various streams of faith and action. Spiritism, spiritualists, Sri Baha'i, Umbanda, Hare Krishna, Brahma Kumaris, Masonry, integrative therapies, education, culture, and philanthropy. During special events, they join Catholics, Muslims, Jews, indigenous, and Buddhists too. You can imagine how Latin American is a mosaic of different faiths and cultures. In the, I cannot read. In the environment area, they carry out several activities such as sharing tips on how people can save water in the daily life through the UNISOES website. Also, they offer to the public events about the significance for the health of the vegetarian diets. And in addition, they offer vegetarian food at all their events, very good foods. Offering also training within the area of reduced food waste, addressing reconciliation with Mother Nature. What I want to present here and focus is in an international campaign that we name The Planet is Sacred and Wants Peace. And I want to focus in this activity for the Mother Earth because it's very important and it's a call for everybody, an international call. This campaign was launched in Salvador de Bahia, Brazil on October 29 in 2017. It was organized by URI Cooperation Circles, UNISOES, Interfaith Movement of Sao Paulo, and CC Femenina, Sao Paulo, together with the House of United Religions and Ecobairo Institute of Brazil. A call to the creation, this campaign is a call to the creation of a global spiritual cooperation, GSC, for building a planetary citizenship, commit to sustainability and a culture of peace with the purpose of cooperating with the 17 SDGs of the UN Agenda of 2030. Who are invited with this campaign? All religious, spiritual and indigenous traditions, diverse interreligious and intercultural movement of the world, and all people of goodwill. We have from there a letter of proclamation. The planet is sacred and one piece. That our dear Monica, who is here in the picture and was with us in this important meeting, has the mission to through all over the world. Now we are going to show the video that CC UNISOES made for us for this occasion. Please, Tahil, the video created by UNISOES.
Thank you so much, Enoé, for presenting the amazing work that the CCs are doing in Latin America and the Caribbean. We're thankful to both of them from El Salvador and Brazil for the work that they're doing. And now we're turning it over to our colleague in the MENA region, Mamoun.
Thank you, Tahil. I would like to just introduce media briefly to you. Sorry, MENA region briefly to you. Actually, MENA has been existed in MENA for almost 20 years now, almost at the early beginning of URI. I remember we started with 3 CCs in 4 countries. Now we have over 90 CCs spanning 15 countries: Bahrain, Egypt, Iraq, Iran, Israel, Jordan, Lebanon, Libya, Morocco, Mauritania, Palestine, Tunisia, Syria, UAE, and Yemen. We still miss 5 MENA countries. We are working hard to get them with our family. URI community in MENA comprises about 1,000 individuals coming from over 20 diversities. MENA CC is actually working hard to contribute toward peace and sustainable development by engaging in different actions, including interfaith and peace building, intercultural exchanges, youth and community capacity building, women empowerment, social inclusion, particularly for minorities and refugees, volunteerism and community. We receive so many volunteers from Europe in many countries in the MENA, South Mediterranean countries. We do some art and culture as well, and we have a lot of environmental activities. Today we will present maybe 2 nice examples. I'm proud of the significant achievement of URI in MENA region. I summarize them by maybe 4 points, not 3. We did a great job to deepening understanding and cooperation among the historical faith communities and ethnic groups in MENA region. We live side by side for hundreds of years, but we never, get to know each other as under URI umbrella. Also, we broke down hundreds of religious and cultural stereotypes and misconceptions about religions and different ethnic groups in MENA region. Also, I'm always proud to say that we have done hundreds of intercultural exchange across Europe, MENA, and US, involving over 2,000 young people, moving them from countries to country. So this was, a rewarding experience for many young people in MENA region. Also, we do a lot of activities targeting economic and social empowerment for over 5,000 young people and women through capacity building program and cultural exposures and other internships and volunteer work. So now they have a good community of young people who become leaders in their communities. Today, we will have 2 distinguished members or CC coordinators from MENA. We will have Tahil Sharma from Masar CC. He has over 25 years of progressive experience in the fields of community development, civic engagement, interfaith dialogue, and environmental activism. Mr. Shoman is the founder of Masar Association, an NGO work in Jordan and in the region since 1999. And he will talk about his recent project about Alia Eco Village. Then we will have Mr. Muhammad Kamoun from Tunisia, the coordinator of Peace for All CCs. And Mr. Kamoun, for me, I consider him the creator of leaders or young leaders. He creates so many young leaders in Tunisia, and I had the chance to see them in action, actually. He's a professional trainer for Euromed, and he's the president of Student Entrepreneurship Club at the University of Culture Center in Sousse, Tunisia. And he has been manager for different programs, European Union programs, and UNDP. And now I will leave the floor to Mr. Tahil Sharma to share with you his excellent experience in environment.
Thank you very much, Mamoun, and hello to everybody. I'm really glad to be part of this amazing group and discussion and present also our project and listening to the experiences of other colleagues from different countries. So my name is Tahil Sharma again, and I have worked in the field of, I established Masar Center as an NGO in 1999, as Mamoun said. And we worked in different fields on youth activism, community development, democracy, education, human rights. And for about 20 years or so, we have worked more and more in the field of environment, mainly environmental education and activism. And for about 3-4 years, I have dreamt and started to implement a project, which is an eco-village project, which is to build a small prototype of an eco-village. That is to say, we want to build using natural building techniques and use green, sustainable lifestyles, including clean energy systems, rainwater harvesting systems and techniques, and water treatment techniques, organic farming, and create a learning space for people from the region, and hopefully soon to expand it to others from the neighboring countries, to learn about ways of addressing climate and environmental issues, which, as you may know, they are really grave in Jordan. When it comes to environmental challenges, these are not a joke for Jordan. We are one of the poorest countries in the world in terms of water resources. And, besides issues of food security and issues, a host of other challenges that we are facing. So it is no luxury for us to wait and deal with these environmental issues. So, actually what we are trying to do in our Eco-Village project is nothing new at all. All what we are trying to do is to restore styles and living ways that our grandparents lived only 50-60 years ago, when they used to build their houses from mud, collect rainwater, and plant and grow their food and have their animals for dairy products. And I remember the village I was born in, where families used to be self-sufficient in, say, 95% or more of their needs. They would go to the shop to buy, some sugar or some basic stuff, but 95% of their needs were around them. So the issue now with, with the shift that happened in Jordan over the past 50 years is drastic and amazing. We left all that great tradition of self-sufficiency and green practices and sustainability. We shifted to buying everything and going from the natural to the commercial industrial, which is threatening to our limited, as I said, natural resources. So we want to build a model where we can show people that, listen, this is how our grandparents used to live, and this is the only way that we can sustain life in a small country with limited resources. So let's come and let's, instead of lecturing about environmental issues, let's live them, let's experience them, let's do some mud building by our hands, let's do some planting, let's reconnect with nature once again. Therefore, what we are trying to do is, as I said, is to create this learning hub where we hope also, besides creating a space for exchange of knowledge and experiences and information, is also we want to start to incubate some green innovative ideas where, as Mamoun said in the early beginning, that the MENA region is famous for the population being mostly young people. And also there is another fact that the majority of these youth are unemployed. So what we want to offer in our Eco-Village project is also a space to bring them and to develop green, innovative, entrepreneurial ideas, and we can take these ideas from, idea project design of ideas into implementation of hopefully green, sustainable projects. And also, we will try not to be sustainable or promote sustainability, because as you know, Mother Earth at the moment is suffering, and to sustain the status quo of our Mother Earth is not good. So what we need to move towards is to go to regenerative styles of living. We need to regenerate, we need to cure, and to try to heal Mother Earth, as soon as we can and as much as we can. So I'll be brief and I'll stop here, and then maybe in the discussion time, I can happily answer any question. Thank you very much to you all.
Thank you, Khalid. I put in the chat the video, short video, 4 minutes about the Eco Village project. You will enjoy watching it. Now we have, thank you, Khalid. Now we have Mr. Kammoun, Mr. Mohammed Kammoun. He is a creator of leaders, so he will share with us his experience. Mr. Kammoun, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mamoun. Thank you for all of you to be together today. As my colleague Mamoun said, I work a lot with young people. My main work is a teacher in electronics, but I am involved in many organizations, NGOs, and I am Euromed youth trainer, and I do a lot of youth exchange in many countries in the world. But really, I am very excited to be with you today, because I feel myself in the center of the world. I'm very happy to be with you, and I invite you to smile. Why you don't smile? Smile because we are together. We are happy to be together today. URI gives us this opportunity to be together, to feel something special, to feel that we can live together, we can enjoy together, we can build together, we can grow together, we can take care of our Mother Earth together, not by seeing to be spectator, but to be actor. With URI, we have the opportunity to share the experience of everyone. Every one of you exposed today something very, very nice, very exceptional. So this sharing of experience will make us more stronger. I hope that my English is enough correct till now, because it's not my motherland. It's not my second language. It's my third language, because in Tunisia, which is in North Africa, we speak Arabic, and the second language is French, not English. So I try the maximum to explain not facts, but feelings, a lot of feelings. Today, I'm very happy to be with you, to say to you that I have a lot of experience with young people. I show them the world through youth exchange, seminars, trainings in many countries, especially with Europe, because with the European Union, we have a lot of money to do some exchange with some programs like Erasmus Plus, with Leonardo da Vinci, also with the United Nations, with UNDP. We have also some money to do the mobility, which is very important. It's not important to have the teachers and to say to the young people, you have to change, you have to work together, you have to love each other, you have to work with the other people from other religion, from other languages, from other civilization. No, the most important thing is that they move, that they go to other countries, and they meet the other people, the other to see the diversity, and they believe that they can live together, they can build together, they can change together. In that way, we can stop the wars in the wars in the world. That's the way I think it's to change the things. So really, really very happy to have such a big number of countries nice people in front of me. It's in Sweden, not directly perhaps, but in next days, next months, perhaps when Corona goes, we can meet together and we can build a lot of nice things together. Thank you very much for hearing me.
Thank you, Mr. Mamoun. Back to Tahil.
Thank you, Brother Mamoun. Thank you, Brother Muhammad and Khalid. Shukran jazilan or merci beaucoup, whichever way you want to take the gratitude, please. We're very thankful for what you had to share. The messages of joy and positivity are so important because the work of protecting the environment is not easy. But if we know that we have colleagues from different religions, different countries, and different backgrounds, and that we're all working together to make the environment a part of our culture of peace, then we have nothing but to smile. We have nothing but to share joy with one another. So I think that's so, so, so important. Thank you for that message. We are going to close with a video just before we go into questions. And this video is a part of the same campaign that Enoé shared recently from one of the CCs in Latin America and the Caribbean. So I will be sharing that video with you right now, and then we will jump into the question and answer section.
Escutando, observando a floresta, escutando o ritmo do vento, caminhando, subindo as montanhas. O planeta é sagrado e quer paz. O planeta é sagrado e quer paz. O planeta é sagrado e quer paz. Todos os credos e raças, respeitando a diversidade, aceitando a graça do amor. O planeta é sagrado e quer paz. O planeta é sagrado e quer paz. O planeta é sagrado e quer paz.
And we want to thank everyone for taking part today. Gracias a todos por participar. It has been an amazing journey with you all today, a bit of a bumpy one at the start, but nonetheless a positive program that inspires hopefully all of you to see that the work for the environment to make it a culture of peace is happening in every region around the world, in every country, and in every way with various traditions involved. And we now will let you all take the opportunity to ask any questions of any of our speakers. You're more than happy to ask those questions in the chat box, or if you click on the participant button at the bottom of your screen, you will see an option to raise your hand if you would like to do that. and we can take questions that way. So please, for anyone that would like to ask, go right ahead. Anyway.
May I say something? Okay, I want to thank my colleagues, Mamoun and Tahil, because we were having meetings and we were very close to give you, all of you, this presentation of our beautiful CCs with the important work that they do. I want to thank to Agatha, who has been doing the Portuguese translation, and I want to thank also Vasu, Ricardo Manzano, who was doing the Spanish translation. I want also to thank Diana from the Global Office because of all the logistic with all the team that I know that in Global Office, they were doing a huge work to have this today and all these days. I want to thank also Hector Cruz from the CCFEMAS, who is here with us for answering questions, and also to Ana Santos, Elias Andrade, and Ernesto Cardoso that are here from CC Unisoes to answer your questions, okay? And thank you for all the audience to be with us. Thank you.
I want to thank everyone really to be together today. And special salutation to Alice Sweet. She sent a message now, and my colleague Naufal from Morocco also. And all the people who are here today. Really, I want something very strong for the future with URI. I want to see programs special for young people. I know that something is preparing in those days. Perhaps Mamoun or Enoé or someone of you can give more information. But special programs from young people, it's very important. The future is for them. Also the present. I can say that in Tunisia now, after the revolution of Jasmine in 2011, the young people are leading the things now. We have democracy, we have freedom of speech, but there is a lot of effervescence. I don't know which is the term in English. Effervescence is something is like this. Everywhere the people are thinking, are proposing some ideas. So I see that with young people, we can do more and more with URI. So if you have a small answer for future program with young people, for young people. Thank you.
Yes, allow me just to answer. Thank you for this question. Actually, we are cooking something and we are planning in MENA region. The leadership team is planning to do something for youth. And we are collecting some ideas, and we are doing a focus group of youth to see how we can help them. This is one MENA wild action plan for us, and maybe for Europe, because URI youth coordinator is also involved with us in this process, and the executive director of URI is also involved and concerned with youth in MENA region. Another thing we are doing as Desert Bloom CC, we are doing something for the whole CCs. We are planning to do a workshop on fundraising and social entrepreneurship, just to give alternative for young people to consider being a social entrepreneur if they can't be a business. And we will have a game, educational game, web-based game for young people to teach them how to do their start up a business, a social entrepreneur business from the beginning. So we will walk them the process, and this will be available for all URI community, so they can, get to know what they should have to do a business, small business, to be part of social enterprise and things like this. So there is a plan.
I'm not sure if Venezuela, you need to say something, if you are doing something in Venezuela or Latin America and Caribbean, and Tahil, if you do something for North Africa, North America, sorry.
Yes, definitely. So there are going to be multiple opportunities to explore more youth involvement in some of the work that we're doing. We offer right now a monthly workshop series called Interconnected Justice, where we highlight the voices of various CC members who are doing important work in various themes of justice. And we often involve young people in those conversations because we want to see the work that they're doing on the ground. So we'd love for folks to be involved in that, and I'll put some information in the chat. And also we are finding opportunities to talk about representation and diversity in interfaith spaces, and we'll be involving folks from young people here in North America and other regions to have deeper conversations about that as well. So we'd love people to tune in. Enoé, would you like to say anything?
Yes. Here in Latin America also, we are pushing youth people because they are the future. And we dream that they continue the work, okay? But at this moment, we are preparing with Alice, so it's a global office, and with Sarah, who is the coordinator for youth in URI, Global URI. We are preparing a training for youth in Latin America. We are going to have this training for 27 youth people from the different CCs of the different countries of Latin America, because we want to empower them. We want to give them skills to be proud, to be leaders of peace. Sometimes the violence that are in the daily life of our countries and our daily life make that these youth don't want to show them too much because they feel like afraid because of the bullying of the others. Okay, and we want them to have their own life force to say that they are a worker for peace, and we are empowering them with the friendships and the collaboration and the cooperation of the Latin American coordination, the global office, and the global coordination for youth. This is also sharing our knowledge and our efforts to have a better future and to have our youth empowered.
Hayaya, Madre Tierra. Qué lindo. Nos reunimos alrededor de nuestro universo y eso ya es paz para nosotros. Así que un saludo desde las comunidades indígenas, de los pueblos indígenas, un saludo. Ya nosotros hemos cumplido una tarea. Ahora el mundo tiene que tomar y abrazar estos valores. Así nuestras espaldas ya descansan un poco. Miles de años hablando, miles de años aterrorizados por el miedo, pero hoy somos felices, valientes. Gracias, 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 Madre Tierra, gracias a todos ustedes, Enoé, Tahil, y a todos los hermanos, Francisco, Salet, Ana Linda y todos los hermanos. Gracias. Hayaya, Madre Tierra. Hayaya.
Hayaya. Hayaya, Rosalía y todos los presentes. La Madre Tierra es sagrada. La Madre Tierra es de todos y a ella la debemos. Gracias por sumarse a las acciones de recuperar, de hacerla revivir a nuestra Madre Tierra. Hayaya, Madre Tierra.
La voz de los indígenas, Hayaya.
For those of you that did not understand our Indigenous sisters, they shared their blessings and support for the work that we've been doing, and have reflected that for thousands of years of fear and just talking about these things, it's amazing to have a space like this for people to gather and actually act towards creating a better world and emphasizing the need for protecting our environment. And the message from our sister Rosalia is that we make sure that this culture for peace that we build around the environment continues. And when we have the blessing of our Indigenous sisters and brothers, we know we're on a path to a much better world.
Thank you. And
Hayaya,
Rosalia was the first Rosalia was the first Indigenous coordinator for Latin America, Indigenous trustee for Latin American and the Caribbean, and Rosadelia is the actual trustee from Indigenous trustee from Latin American and the Caribbean. Thank you. And our brother Francisco, who is also here with us today. And Salete, she is the star trustee of Latin America.
Gracias a estas mujeres poderosas.
Gracias, hermanos y hermanas.
Gracias a ustedes.
Abrazo a todos.
Gracias.
Igualmente, María.
Sí, abrazos a todos.
Gracias.